is on how to keep a good man or a good woman. I'm going to keep this video short because I try to keep my YouTube videos short. If you want to see the hour-long video, you can go to my Facebook and just search Lani Hadden, L-A-N-I, Hadden, H-A-D-D-E-N. And also want to let you know that I'm going to be changing my last name soon. So that's coming. It'll be Buckley, B-U-C-K-L-E-Y. So keep a lookout for that. Excuse me. I'm sorry. Also, for you being my viewer, I have a free bracelet, free lion bracelet on my store online, which is new. And you can go to www.kingsandqueensonly.com because you know we are all kings and queens. It's all about what's up in here and how you know, basically your worth. So without further ado, let's go right into it. A good man or a woman. So the basic things is I wanted to dispel these two myths. One myth is that you have to find Mr. or Mrs. right, like Mr. or Mrs. Perfect. There's no perfect, okay? You just want to get someone that you really love and you're compatible with, and then, you know, and then meet like certain criteria, like, you know, if you definitely can't be around a smoker, around smoking, or, you know, you don't want anybody that's an alcoholic or abusive, things like that. You know, you want to make sure they have income or, you know, whatever, and they're attractive enough for you to kiss and be intimate with. Because some people say, well, you know, I want my mate to also look good. Well, looks fade, and over time, you know, everyone's going to get wrinkles. So you want to go for someone that's going to be there for you and, you know, for the long haul, you know, forsaking all others through sickness and health, for richer or for poor, all those vows. You know, if they can look in you in the face and say them, you know, that's more the person that you want, as long as you are attractive enough that you can be intimate with them, you know, then good, go for it. Because you're not perfect either. There's things about you that, you know, they may not be attracted to, but they, you know, they like you because of the person within. And, you know, beauty shines from in to the outside. So, you know, nobody's perfect. So you're going to find somebody compatible and then make it work. You know, communicate. Communication is key. And talking to each other and loving and trusting and respect. Like I always talk about TLR, trust, love, and respect. And then I added honesty, TLRH. Very important to having a relationship, and you must start with love. Love is the most important key. Like SpongeBob says, you know, if you haven't figured it out, to making the Krabby Patties is having the love, having the love. So it looks like somebody is saying something. It's like, cool stream, I left you a like. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate you so much. The comment went away, but I'm gonna read it later because it left. I can't see it. But so then also to get a good man or a woman, they don't have to chase you, okay? Now the misconception is that a man or a woman, or a man actually has to be the pursuer. And of course, in, you know, religion, they tell you the man must pursue you, and I believe that as well, you know, because if you try to chase a man and the man is not ready, it's possible for him to cheat. Like men cheat more than women. And, you know, I won't go into the statistics or whatever, but that men cheat more than women. So if you get a man that wants to, because you went after him and everything, then, you know, you've kind of messed everything up. You messed up the universe because you went after him and he didn't like you first. So if he likes you, he's going to pursue you, but you shouldn't have to make him just chase you. And, you know, you should reciprocate. You should, you know, let him know that you like him as well. Like if a guy is, you know, he's kind of coming up to you and you like him too, you should flirt with him, you know, kind of give him the eye like, hey, you know, come talk to me. You have to be inviting, or he's not going to come talk to you, because women are like, you know, I look so beautiful, I look like this, and then no guy's going to talk to me because I intimidate them. Yes, because you're mean. Like you got this look on your face like you don't want to be talked to, you don't want to be touched. You know, your makeup is done and you're walking with your head high like you don't see anybody in the room. You're just feeling yourself. So guys can play and they can feel that. So you have to know, you know, give them a little flirt, you know, a little wink or whatever. wink your eye or whatever. So you don't want to have to chase someone. If you have to chase someone, that means they're not really feeling you, you know. So if they're not reciprocating it and calling you back and stuff, and you're just calling them all the time, and they're not calling you back, and you've done nothing wrong, then you might want to move on to the next person, because they're not really feeling you, and it's going to be bad for the relationship, because they're not really going to be feeling you, and they could drop off, you know. So that's the main things that I wanted to talk about. And also, don't let your past situations creep up. Like, women, if you want to keep a good man, so I'm going to talk about how to keep a good man now. If you want to keep a good man, you cannot let your past be your present, right? You can't, just because you got cheated on before, or abused, or treated poorly, and didn't good communication in your past relationship, you can't assume that your new relationship or anything like that in your new relationship. You have to be cognizant of that and say, hey, you know, I'm going to give you a clean slate, and if you tell me you're going here, I'm going to trust you, and just practice it. Do 3 things of trust a day. If trust is your issue, do 3 things that prove your trust. Like, when he tells you something, you know, just say, okay, I trust you, babe. You know, all right, I trust you, baby. It's like, okay, he said he's going over his friend's house, or he's got to work late or whatever. All right, I trust you. And then after a while, you'll begin to trust, and, you know, it's hard because you're like, okay, I trust them. You know, you have to practice it, just like all over the fence. You know, you got to practice, you know. So same thing with honesty and all that, you know, you have to practice. So, all right. Second thing is trust and appreciate your man. Men need to be appreciated, and they want to feel like they're your hero, you know, your protector and things like that. So when you ask them to do something, you know, they feel good about doing it. Like, honey, I need something fixed or whatever. Can you do it? Because we get so on our independent stuff sometimes that we don't really realize that we're not appreciating our man. We're like, no, I can do it. Get away. You know, I can do it, you know, and we don't need to be like, you need to show him that you need him. And you're like, you know what? I want you. I don't need you. But they read that as, you don't need me, so I'm gone. So you have to be like, you know, baby, you know what? I do need you. I can definitely survive on my own. I got my own income or whatever. That's fine. Let him know that you need him. You need his love. You need his protection. You know, you need him to be able to fix things. He can fix your car when it's broke and things like that. You need him. And be the damsel sometimes. And then don't nag. So it's my last point for the women. Is don't nag. So if he's not really coming around like you want, or doing the things that you want, or maybe he canceled a date or not dating you like you want, then don't nag him. Basically, just show him by your actions. Like, when he does something wrong, just pull back. You know, if he's, you know, not doing the things that you want, and he's not taking you on dates or whatever, well, don't call him for the day. If he did something, okay, don't call. And then when he does something good, then, you know, just like training anyone, you know, or anybody, you know, your kids or whatever, when he does something right and then he takes you out and pays you more attention and starts calling you more, then you let him know how much you appreciate him. Baby, I appreciate you calling me, and you didn't have to, you know, I know you worked a lot, and I really love you, and I appreciate you, and I thank you for taking me out. I really appreciate you, you know. For the men, how to keep a good woman, because this video was almost at 9 minutes. I'm going to try to finish this in 2 minutes. So cherish her, call her daily. Women, it even says in the Bible that you need to cherish a woman, you know, cherish your woman, and let her know that she's beautiful and things like that. Because women need to know, because with all the social media and things that we see, you know, you have to look this way, you have to look a certain way. There's always, you know, some skinny chick on social media, or with a, you know, a badonkadonk or whatever, you know, with all these implants and things that they have. And, you know, with the videos and magazines, there's much more. It's all on the screen. Like, as soon as you turn on your Facebook, you know, you see it. And so, you know, you have to tell her that she's beautiful, and she's in competition with all these tweets and comment on your pictures and things like that. So you have to really let her know nowadays that, you know, she's the chick that you're digging, and the only one that you're digging. So that goes a long way. And you'll make her happy, and she'll be there for you. But don't bring up other women. Like, she has to feel that she is the only woman. Like, don't be like, well, I saw this girl and she was beautiful and she did this and this and that. You know, you think that you're making her jealous and she's going to do something more for you, but really really is just telling her that, you know, he's really not feeling me. And if you do it too much, if you abuse it, it can be a bad thing. I think it's okay every now and then, you know, if she's really feeling herself and she's thinking she can talk to so-and-so and so, you gotta let her know, hey, you know what, women like me too, you know, in that situation, that's fine. But just don't abuse it, because then you could really push her away. And surprise her. That's a big thing. Surprising her and flirting with her after you've been in a relationship for a really long time. It gets mundane, and just, you know, going in the bedroom and doing old thing or watching TV. It's the same old thing. Go to work, watch. Have to spice it up. I say like once a week, do something spontaneous and different, you know, and also mix the old with the new. Like, you know, if you used to go to the movies, all right, go to the drive-in or something, you know, do something a little bit different. Or, you know, if you like to order Chinese, go out for Chinese, maybe make a Chinese dinner in the living room and sit down like Indian style, like, you know, the Asians do sometimes, how they sit on the ground. If you have a low table, like maybe a side table, and you can put the food there over candlelight and have like a little Asian dinner and stuff like that. You know, just keep it spicy, and then you never know, you know, you might get twerked on. You never know. But for all my people that are not, you know, having or fornicating and things like that, you know, you don't want to be too romantic and, you know, over each other's houses, because you know where that leads to. Kind of do before marriage, you know. Don't put yourself in any situations you'll be tempted, you know, but still let that person know you care for them by the way you touch them or hold their hand and things like that. Let them know that you're into them and you're feeling them. You have to verbalize a little bit more, and speak their love language, because people say that, you know, treat your neighbor like you want to be treated, but sometimes, you know, you have to understand how that person likes things. Like, just because I like flowers doesn't mean that you like flowers. So the gifts that you give me are actually the gifts that you possibly want back, in a way, because I know you don't want the girl gifts that you give me. But like, if, for instance, if I like gifts, I really like gifts, like that makes me feel like you really thought about me or you cared about me. And then another person, like if you're my boyfriend or whatever, might like spending quality time. Quality time lets you know that for you, because I'm spending quality time with you. Some people like touch, you know, just the feeling of the touch and being close to you and things like that. Some people are verbal and they want to hear from you that, you know, you love them and everything like that. Some people are action, you know, show me that you love me, take me somewhere, do something for me, you know, all of that. So, all right. So one thing to know about keeping a good woman and keeping a good man. A good woman is going to challenge you. Just know that. Even though she shouldn't nag and all that. But she's going to be a challenge. But you don't want anybody that doesn't challenge you. You know, if she's challenging you, then that's because, you know, she has something to offer and she wants you to be the same way. Okay? But we have to do this challenging without actually changing who the person really is. You know, the main makeup, what that person is made up, their DNA and everything. You kind of tweak each other like iron sharpens iron. We tweak each other, right? So a good woman is worth fighting for. And a man, a good man, just know when you get a good man in your life, you're going to have to go the extra mile and you're going to have to be submissive, because he's going to want to be in control and things like that. The things you've been waiting for, you've been wanting a man to clean up, help around the house, help pay the bills and all that. When he comes, he's going to be ready to do that, and you got to be willing to accept it, because if you're used to somebody not cleaning up, you might get offended and be like, okay, why are you cleaning up? I'm supposed to clean up and stuff, and like, you're not used to this, and then he's telling you what to do and you're like, don't tell me what to do. Just understand, a man that is a king understands his role, and he's going to have to be in control. Now you're going to be able to be submissive, whereas you couldn't be submissive before because you were dating clowns and complete jerks that wouldn't lead you in the right direction, and you had to take control. So just, you know, you have to treat him like a king. Just like if you get a new Mercedes Benz and you've always had a hoopty, okay, you can't treat your Mercedes Benz like you treated the hoopty. You're going to have to get those rims shine. You're going to have to take more care with it. You're going to have to drive it more carefully, because the hoopty, you could just drive whatever, how fast, and hit as many curves as you want. You didn't really care if you got out the grocery store and hit somebody else's door with your hoopty door. You didn't really care. But now you got to take care with this Mercedes-Benz, because the light's going to tell you when you need to change the oil, and you better change that oil to keep it for a long time, because it's the vehicle costs. Just like a good man or a good woman, really, you know, when, you know, they're going to tell you what they need, but you got to listen. A good man and a good woman, you have to listen to them. When the indicator light comes on, if they need attention or they need something, you have to listen and be open, okay? Because they're worth it, all right? So that's how you keep a good man or a good woman. All right, love you guys. Please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell so you can get a notification when I do a new video. And also seek me on Facebook. And again, go to get your free bracelet at www.kingsandqueensonly.com. And then you can go to my website if you want to message me or go to my webinars or one of my events. My events will be posted on there at http://khaddon1.wixsite.com/Lonnie & Co. All right. Talk to you later. Bye.